Coming up on CANrace, interviews with drivers LP and JF Dumoulin. Also, CANrace Q&A with Joey McColm, Matthew Scannell, Anthony Simone and Erica Thiering, talking about their first street car.
First street car I had was...
And first race car.
First car I raced was...
That and more, including the schedule for this weekend's NCATS race at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, coming up. CANrace starts right now. Hello everyone, welcome to CANrace. I'm your host Bryce Turner. First up, a news update. Apex Motorsports Group sold Barrie Speedway to Burrells Creek Event Grounds at the start of the year. The result, Barrie Speedway is now closed. The NCATS race at the track scheduled for September therefore cancelled. To take Barrie's place on the schedule, Sunset Speedway, which will host the Leyland Industries 300 presented by Johnsonville on June 20th. Canadian Tire announced that it will end its title sponsorship of NASCAR's Canadian Series after the 2015 season. As for sponsorship of Scott Steckley, the company will sponsor Steckley this season. This is different than previously reported. J.R. Fitzpatrick announced over Twitter that he will not be returning to the Canadian Tire Series this season and will instead race late models in OSCAR. Fitzpatrick has 11 wins and 89 NCATS starts. There will be a strong rookie contingent this season, with 3 drivers slated to run the full schedule. Erica Thiering, Gary Klett, and Marc-Antoine Camirand are those drivers. Meanwhile, there will be other rookies running part-time, but remember this rule. This season, Erica Thiering will run full-time and compete for Rookie of the Year. She made 5 starts last season. What is the maximum number of races a driver can run and still be eligible for Rookie of the Year the following season?
It is 7.
And what is that any different from the other series?
It's the same in all touring series. Yes.
For more on these stories, check out CANrace's Motorama coverage. Visit bryceturner.wix.com/home and click on CANrace. Here's a look at the 2015 Canadian Tire Series schedule. The series starts off at CTMP on Sunday before heading to Autodrome Chaudière in Quebec next month. On June 20th is the inaugural race at Ontario's Sunset Speedway before the airport road course of Circuit ICAR in Quebec. The Western Swing will take place in July with stops at Edmonton and Auto Clearing. Then it's back to Quebec with Saint-Eustache and Trois-Rivières in late July, early August. On August 15th, the stop in the Maritimes at Riverside before heading back to CTMP. And on September 19th, the season concludes and a champion is crowned at Ontario's Kawartha Speedway. For more info, visit NASCAR.ca and be sure to watch CANrace all season long. As for this weekend's schedule, Pinty's presents the Clarington 200 on Sunday, which will begin at about 12:30 p.m. Qualifying will be held tomorrow at 3:45, while Sunday's race will air on TSN on Saturday, May 23rd at 1 p.m., all times Eastern. I'm joined now over the phone by driver of the number 47 Dodge, LP Dumoulin. LP, when did it sink in that you won the 2014 NCATS Championship?
I mean, yeah, once, you win the championship is one thing, but afterwards you got so many things to do around it, and, I mean, it's a beautiful thing to just, have to talk with everybody, go through a lot of, events, and then talk with the media people, and talk with everybody, and it's actually pretty much like a month or two later, more during the winter, once we've done the banquet in Charlotte and all that, and then, it just got a little quiet before next season. That's pretty much when you realize, whoa, okay, that was a big deal, and that was a lot of fun, and you really want to do it again and win the championship again. But before that, things go so quick, and you got so many things that are related around that championship that you just don't have much time to realize it yet.
Is there any added pressure heading into this season, being the defending champ?
Well, adding pressure, no. I mean, yes and no. The thing is, for sure, you want to win again, and your first reaction is to do everything to win again. But at the same time, there's a reason why we won the championship, and it's all about being smart and be there at the end of the race. And that's very important. That's the way we keep doing the race is very important, but to finish, it's the most important thing.
How has winning a championship affected your goals?
Well, that's just now, you know, it's just, as I was talking this morning with the sponsors, you know, all the people that's been helping us, me and my, you know, team Dumoulin competition, my brother racing as well, everybody that's been helping us in the past, it's just to prove that they didn't do that, you know, in the wrong way. There was a really good cause when they were putting time and money on me and helping me, and then now, just to give them the championship and then bring that big trophy back home is a big thank you for those guys that's just been behind me my whole career, you know, so that's huge. And then now, well, my dream's still the same, you know, we want to change the book of record, you know, there's nobody that won the championship twice in a row, and that's our goal, you know.
What are you most excited about heading into this season?
Oh, just to see everybody again and get to race again, you know, that's the main thing. I mean, we love racing, we love the whole package that's around racing. That's what's missing us, so I'm very excited about it, and I'm looking forward to it, you know.
More with LP coming up later on, but first, joining me now, LP's brother and fellow racer JF Dumoulin, driver of the number 04 Dodge. JF, how many races will you compete in this season?
So far, we're committed for 6 races, the first 4 of the season, and then Center Station Columbia.
What are your goals for this year?
Obviously, I won the podium. I would like to get my first win in NASCAR Canadian Tire. That would be a big plus. And the first 4 races will decide pretty much if we can try to do some more or not, because that went pretty far. And but we'll see how we manage the ovals to start with.
If you had the right opportunity, would you run full-time in NCATs?
Yes, I would. I would love to do that. We've been working hard on trying to find a year sponsorship, somebody for the full season. But right now, we have a sponsor for Trois-Rivières, and we have people from home that are backing us up to do more races, to come with more momentum into Trois-Rivières. But if we could find somebody to help us out, for sure, a new partner, that would be great.
How would you compare sports car racing to stock car racing?
There's some things that are pretty similar. Obviously, there are long races that you need to be patient to be there at the end, and drive your car to be able to keep the tires underneath and the brakes, especially in some of the places. But obviously, I find it a little bit more aggressive racing-wise, which I like, because the car can take it, and having those restarts side by side every time, it creates more action and restart. I like the way that NASCAR does things too, like it tricks and they open the trailer at this hour, close it at this hour, and the tech rules and all that. You know, that's a nice way to do it.
Stay tuned. Coming up later, LP and JF talk about racing against each other, but first, CANrace Q&A in just a few moments. NASCAR 5 provides the latest news. It's time now for a news update. Schedules. The Xfinity Series is up first this weekend. Standings. Kevin Harvick continues to lead in the standings. And more, all within 5 minutes. Covering the Sprint Cup, Xfinity, and Camping World Truck Series. Every week, all season long. It's NASCAR 5 on my YouTube channel. What was the first street car you had?
First street car I had was a 1986 Nissan 300 ZX.
I've never had a streetcar. I still don't have a streetcar.
1997 Trans Am Ram Air.
It was a Sunfire. Yeah.
What kind of car did you first race? When?
I raced a Nissan Sentra, an 87 Nissan Sentra in the 4-cylinder division at Peterborough Speedway in 2002.
First car I raced was a Chevrolet Monte Carlo. That was the body style on it, and it was in the Lucas Oil Sportsman Series. My first race was at the Mosport Oval. It's tore down now, but that's probably still my favorite oval track now. I got to race there twice, and it was my first race, so it was quite memorable.
I raced a Formula 1200 car in a regional race in 1996.
I had had a 1990 Honda Accord. So I raced the same year car I was born.
How would you describe racing against your brother?
Well, a lot of people are asking me, what's, if there's a big competition between my brother and I. And I mean, of course there is competition because he's doing the same sport. But at the end of the day, the main idea is we try to help each other outside of the track, and once we get on track, then we're just make sure that we're not in each other's way. So just keep helping each other, without, just being out of each other's way. If you know that I'm faster than him and coming behind, our crew chief can talk to each other on the radio, and there will be competition, but at one point, I mean, we have a lot of other people to take care of as well, when there's 35 cars on a racetrack.
I mean, that question comes often. We've raced together, we've raced against each other over the years, but when you're on a track like that, there's so many other cars also. Honestly, who's the number 47 out there, and but it's rarely that we have raced door to door for a long time because there's a lot of other people involved around us.
How intense did the two of you battle on track? Is there more rivalry or respect?
Respect, for sure. Respect.
Respect, for sure.
Thanks to both LP and JF Dumoulin for joining me over the phone. This weekend, CANrace will be at the track to bring you coverage from the season opener for the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series. Check back tomorrow to my YouTube channel or website for updates from Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Then on Sunday, check back for post-race coverage. Driver interviews and race results will be included in this weekend's coverage. Also, for the latest updates, follow at NASCAR5 on Twitter. You can also use hashtag CANrace. Thanks for watching the CTMP pre-race show. Check back for updates here on CANrace.